What's up, everybody? Destin Legary here with Vince.
Hey.
Hey, Vince.
How are you?
So, I'm great. We were wandering the show floor yesterday.
We were.
And we saw this beautiful indie game called Lightfall. Yeah, tell us about your experience with it.
So, yeah, that's exactly what happened. We were walking around, and the first thing that jumped out at us was the art, and we were like, whoa.
Kind of limbo-ish.
Yeah, a little bit limbo-ish, but with a little more, instead of like, it's still going for something a little more monochrome, but it's not just all black and whites.
There's color, there's a lot of pinks.
There's some color, but it's kind of a limited color palette. Very interesting, striking look. And surprisingly, because you never know with these things, surprisingly, not only did it look good, but it played really well.
Yeah, it seemed the controls were really fluid and easy to pick up.
They really were. So it's like a puzzle platformer, and you have the standard like jump, but then like not even a normal double jump. If you go to double jump, it creates a platform underneath you.
Yeah.
So that sounds really powerful, and it is, but it allows them to do some interesting things with the level design that you normally wouldn't be able to do, right? Like normally you'd have to focus your levels around the idea that you can only jump to a certain height or only stay in the air for so long. But theoretically, in Lightfall, you could be in the air almost indefinitely because you can just keep creating more platforms underneath you. Yeah. So that led to some interesting level designs that were a lot of fun to kind of figure out. Another mechanic was you could create a block and then move that block around. And
you would open doors and stuff.
You could open doors that way or block laser beams that way. So it was kind of similar in that way to Trine. Trine, the sorcerer, the wizard character in Trine, kind of has an ability like that. So a little bit of similarity there. Another thing to note is that the game is very story-focused.
Yeah, there's this overarching story about gods, maybe?
Yeah. And we don't want to give away too much. The developer actually was kind enough to kind of let me in on all the secrets of the story. I don't want to spoil them for people because it's actually interesting. They said that the story was kind of their main focus. Like the gameplay is definitely very solid, but you can finish the game in about 3 hours, and they feel like, and I believe in this as well, that you can make totally engrossing, worthwhile experiences in a short amount of time, as long as you're, and this is using the developers' words, as long as you respect your customers' wallets. Yeah. So they're really looking to make a narratively driven puzzle platformer, which again sounds a lot like Limbo or Braid. And I think that between the polished mechanics and the solid feel of the platforming and the really, really evocative art style, I think the game has a lot of potential. It should be on people's radar for sure.
Yeah, cool. I thought it looked beautiful and it looked easy to pick up. I was doing the filming, so I didn't get to pick it up. But yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on it.
Yeah, and I want to go back and play around with it a little bit more. I'm definitely interested to see if they introduce any more mechanics farther along in the game, because the demo was
pretty early.
Yeah, it was pretty early. I think it was probably starting.
You went through it pretty quick too.
Yeah, and I went right through it. So I think there's definitely more to discover there. So I'm looking forward to it.
They did tease a bunch of different settings also. So
yes, they did.
Can't wait to see what other mechanics are introduced there.
Yeah, and to see where the story goes, because honestly, that's, according to them, that's totally the focus. Is they wanted to make an engrossing and interesting story.
Cool. Well, thanks, Vince. And thank you guys for watching. For more on PAX South or more on Lightfall, you're already in the right place. IGN.